Module 3, Lesson 17's objective is to identify patterns in multiplication and division facts using the multiplication table. Item 1A says, write the products into the chart as fast as you can. As you know, the word products means answer to a multiplication problem. I will show you how to complete the chart by doing a few of the rows for you. First, we look at the 1 in the first row, and we multiply it with the 1 in the first column. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 8 is 8. Now I'll go to the second row. 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 8 is 16. Now I'll go to the third row and do the threes. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. Now I'm going to leave the rest of the rows up to you. Remember, work from left to right and do them as quickly as you can. Item B says color the rows and columns with even factors yellow. Now rows go side to side. Columns go up and down. So we're supposed to color the rows and columns with even factors. Remember, factors are the numbers that you're multiplying by. I know that the number 2 is even. So I'm going to color that row with yellow as directed. I noticed that there's also the multiples of 2 in a column, so I'm going to color this whole column yellow. Now, 3 is odd, but 4 is even, so I'll color this whole row even. This whole even row yellow. And 6 is even. And 8 is even. My rows are done. 2 is even. 4 is even. 6 is even. And 8 is even. Now my columns are done. Item C says, what do you notice about the factors and products that are left unshaded? Notice I'll go ahead and circle them in red so you can see what they're talking about. These are the factors. You do not need to circle them in red. These are also the factors. Those are the numbers that are multiplied together. And the products are the answers. Look at the products. Using a different color like this helps me to see exactly what I'm looking at. Now look at those numbers. What do you notice about them? Once you figure out what you see that is true about all of those numbers, write it in a sentence on item C. I notice, and you go ahead and finish my sentence. Now let's look at item D. It says complete the chart below by filling in each blank and writing an example for each rule. The first rule says odd times odd equals blank. Let's go ahead and look at an odd number times an odd number. Okay, 1 is odd, so let's look at 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1, and that makes another odd number. Let's look at another odd number. 1 times 3. 1 times 3 is 3, and that makes an odd number. So an odd times an odd equals an odd. And the examples are 1 times 1 equals 1. And another example is 1 times 3 equals 3. You only have to list one example. I listed 2. Now let's go ahead and look at the next one. Even times even equals blank. Well, 2 is even. Oops, I scribbled that out. I'll underline it better. And 2 is even, so 2 times 2 is 4. Well, that's even. Well, let's look for another one. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so an even times an even equals even. And I'll list the example 2 times 2 equals 4. I'll list another example. 2 times 4 equals 8. Now, an even times an odd equals what? You look up in the chart and figure out the answer to that and fill in both sections.